Okay. Tea is done. We here. Hello everyone. Let me see this real quick. There we go. Game has some audio. Sounds like I don't want to be in the darkness with no audio whatsoever. There we go. I had it like really quiet. Maybe I'll just turn it up while we're here. Oh. What happened? My game audio is not tracking for whatever reason. No. Because I can hear, but it's not tracking on my OBS. Let me try exiting the game, see if it will help. It was tracking it earlier. What happened? Hopefully it'll be fine now. I got a new French press, and I just got some hazelnut coffee and some cinnamon creamer. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's not tracking on my OBS, but can you guys hear it? Because I can hear it, but it's just not tracking on my OBS. I don't want to have to restart stream. Please, no. Let me see. Let me return. Let me try checking on my phone. No, I don't mean me. I mean the game audio. Cause I know it's tracking me because it's on OBS. It's fine, but I don't see the game audio moving. Nah. I swear. I swear it's because it's like, oh, you have to update to Windows 11. I was like, I'll do it after streaming. Like, nah. Oh, man. I'll have to restart stream and hopefully it works, I guess. Hold on. I'm gonna try restarting OBS and see if that helps. If it doesn't, then, well. So let's try restarting OBS. I'll be back. Okay. It should be good now. That's really loud now. Just turn that down more. Turn down more. Okay. Can refresh chat and hopefully it works? Question mark. Let's see. So. Okay, so it works fine now. Just whenever I click off of it, it turns off. That's probably what the problem was, so hopefully I don't have that issue again. Oh no, that would not be fun. Please no. Hopefully it'll be okay. But let me check, cause YouTube is fine. I think. Question. Yes. YouTube is fine. Let me check Twitch. Twitchy. Twitch is also good. Yo. Okay, so everything's okay now. Okay, now that we have the game audio back on, if you can't see it, refresh your browser and it should be all good. Let me know if the audio isn't there though, because right now I can't tell, honestly. wonder if I can check on my phone. Because I don't want to click off and then the audio just go. Let me add that in here. Hold on. If you want to try the demos, here they are. You can try the demos here if you want. And here we go. If you want to try demos on your own, because like I said, I don't think we'll be able to go through chat over here a little bit. There we go. This is gonna cut off right there for whatever reason. I have to figure out why it does that, but yeah. Okay, I think it's okay now. Let's start a game. Your name. My name's Mai. Proceed. So pretty so far. So it's like how sweat. Ooh. This is how pretty like the little transitions are. So smooth. So smooth. So smooth. Yeah, we're back, Cookie. Hopefully you can hear the game audio now. Grading first year assignments can be such an exercise in patience. Oh, that's loud. Let me turn that down. Oh my gosh. Sorry for your ears. Okay, maybe it's okay now. Cookie, thank you for the sub. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoy the emotes and whatnot. Yeah, that's why I was like, let me turn that way down. I turned down the background music, but I forgot to do the sound effects. My bad. I should be okay now. We'll see when another sound effect comes up. I'm about to remind myself that Faeology is relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. Oh, so it's new. Okay. This university, the only Faeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. Damn. That means there's fairies walking around us right now. Fairies. Like, have you ever seen Fairly Odd Parents? Fairly Odd Parents. Oh, thank you for the biddies too. Oh, it's so nice of you. Thank you, Cookie. You're so sweet. I'm hoping to get some more emotes soon-ish. Cause did I talk about this week? I feel like I didn't. My live 2D debut will be December 5th. So you get to see me schmoving in my model. Woo-hoo. The little teaser debut video is on my Twitch as well as my trailer. So you can always look at it there. But I can't wait to show you. Be schmoving. Show you my little ghost pet too. My little ghost pet, not this ghost pet, but my actual ghost mascot. A punny joke. Punny joke. Okay, let me see. Yes, punny jokes. Punny. Let's see. What kind of punny joke we want today? Oh, this is perfect for the spoopy month. How do you tell if a vampire is sick? By how much he is coughing. And then this other one, just because. Why are ghosts good cheerleaders? Because they have a lot of spirit. Oh, that's true. We do got lots of spirit. We got lots of spirit. Speaking of spirits, I started rewatching Supernatural, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many different types of supernatural beings. And I mean, obviously it's called Supernatural, but there's so many. I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many. Because I skipped around Supernatural. I didn't really like watch it straight through because it's so long. But now I'm just watching it straight through, and it's Way's one of Way's favorite TV shows. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it all the way through, and plus it's spoopy month, I'll do the thing. It is still barely acknowledged in the academic field. I feel like that is also still really loud. Well, but turn down some more. How about there? My big old head's in the way. Let me shrink myself a bit. Okay. Boom. There we go. Shrink myself a little bit, but I'm not too big. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudices and misconceptions. I mean, I guess if it's like constantly talked about, you know. My partner is obsessed with it, and it's her comfort show. Oh my gosh. The shrink sound effect? Oh, I was just going I slept well last night, so I'm full of energy today. I'm gonna say and do and make weird noises today. That's normal my the citrus tea is so good. That's so good. Let's go. But yeah, Supernatural is Way's favorite TV show. He's rewatching it at work right now as well. He was like, I ran out of things to watch, so I'm watching Supernatural again. I was like, what? Okay. He's like, I'll never get tired of it. I think he said it was like his like 7th time or something watching it. I was like all the way through. He's like, close enough. Hi, am I? Who are you and what are you? I'm Mai. I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost today. Well, I'm a ghost all. Well, technically, I'm a ghost all the time. But I'm using this little ghost pet for Spooky Month. Because since my mascot's also a ghost cat, I was like, well, I mean, I guess I'd be a ghost cat, I guess. So, ghost cat. Got my little wiggly ears. Got my whiskers. Got this little ghosty, because you know it's like the hair lick thing, but it's like a little flame instead. And I have a candle on my head because I didn't know what else to put on my head, so I put a candle. And I feel it and I love it. Right? That's so nice. Mickey Mono, thank you. Also, hi Fern, hopefully you're doing well today. We're playing a murder mystery about fairies. First, and then we're gonna play a isekai otome game after. Oh, and Cookie wants a. You're mine. Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah, I saw it was on what they put it on, like Netflix or something, and I was like, oh, my childhood. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies. Alas, I find myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read references to poisoned apples, ushering princesses into eternal sleep. What? A reference to the Cottingley fairies is one I can understand, since it was quite the sensation not too long ago. Although it would be clear in the eyes of renowned Faeologists that the photographs are mere imitations. A pity that Sir Doyle was taken in by it. Conan Doyle? What? I thought we just throw Doyle in there. I was like, my favorite little mystery author. Yes. For the stream, let's go. Yes. Bootings belong to me. Hi Art. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully everyone's having a good Friday. It's almost the weekend. Let's go. Anyone have any plans for the weekend? It is Mama Boo's birthday on Sunday, so we're gonna go to my parents' place, have some cake, have some pasta, cause pasta. Cause like my mom has some health problems, so she can't eat certain foods right now, and pasta is okay because it's nice and soft. And I was like, are you sure you want pasta? I can get you some soup. She's like, no, I eat too much soup. I don't want pasta. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, I can make you some noodles. Like, no, pasta. I have to take a break. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. Taking me quite a tangent. Oh. My beloved Oz. I suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. Oh, so you're friendly with it. Oh. Because in the summary, it basically was saying that fairies and humans typically don't get along very well, and some murders involve fairies because of that. I'd say a break is in order, wouldn't you, Oz? Oz responds through trills that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them. Decades? Man. The cunning leaf fairies again. Yes, and princess's eternal slumber due to poisoned apples. We don't care much for human princesses. Damn, just, nah, fuck your princesses. But making poisoned apples is rather an easy feat. I'm kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. Should I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that Fae folk is capable of more than that? At the same time, showing them that not only fairies are a friendly bunch. I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. So we're supposed to be like a teacher or a professor of some sort? I don't think I'd be a good teacher, honestly. I believe some might just quit that same day if you do that. Damn. Besides, if other Faeologists get hold of your existence, who knows what they'll do to you? Chances are high those people will try to pin you to a corkboard and vivisect you. No! Not vivisect you! I would never let that happen. Yes, you are mine. We are friendos. Maybe. We friendos? I've always appreciated your pursuing Faeology to ensure that. And this is the least I could do. We've known each other since I was 7. Damn, that's a long time. You saved me countless times since then. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. Oh, we saved the Fae. I would never. I can hear a delightful melody of chirps, laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. Fizzy? We're a soda. Shake it up, fizzy. It seems that even the laugh of a Fae possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right. Mr. Henkel's letter. Thanks for reminding me. We got a letter. I received a letter from my patron from my desk drawer. I lean back on my chair and read the missive aloud to myself. Dear my, how long are you going to keep me in suspense? Will you or will you not accompany me to this year's Leo's Gala? You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of willing away an evening with champagne and canapes and invigorating company. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of those old sods with deep pockets ready to be exploited by the way of funding grants for your research. Same thing. I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. They write me sometime before Saturday. That's tomorrow's date, isn't it? Oh, I know. My delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. I'd hate to be getting the looks from the crowd like I'm a wet blanket. Theology isn't worth my dough, they say. Ozza's replying, chirp is decidedly indignant. I nod to Oz in agreement before returning to Mr. Henkel's letter. Who's Mr. Henkel, though? Let's see. In other news, I've heard that little Ruthie Blythe, I think that's how you say the name, caused a minor ruckus in the city's hottest speakeasy. Oh, speakeasies. If your old friend Detective Gross hadn't been in the area at the time as well, who knows what could have happened? I find myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I would have telephoned Ruthie and asked what the story was, like when we were children. Oh, childhood friend? Childhood friend? However, for better or for worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. Oh, well. Well, that explains that. I resume reading my patron's letter. Speaking of the detective, how have you been keeping in contact? He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him at last week's benefit. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment of me might have had something to do with you. Oh no, it could never be me. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. As you have told me more than once, when it was good, there is nothing else quite like it. You speak very little of him now, and I find myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded heart of yours. Oh, were we dating the detective or something? Hey, yo. Detective, ooh. Instead of ooh ooh, because I'm a ghost, it's just like ooh. The letter is signed, yours everlasting, Oscar Henkel. Well, I've kept Mr. Henkel waiting long enough. I press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence crafting a response. Just then a familiar rhythmic rapping pierces the silence. Who goes there? I glance in the direction of Oz, but they're nowhere to be seen. Oh, already hiding. Okay. Good job. Oz must have camouflaged himself in a heartbeat. Ooh, can camouflage. That's pretty cool. I put Mr. Henkel's letter in the drawer before calling out. Come in, Minnie. Oh. Hello, assistant. Or are you more than an assistant? I mean, hi. Hello. My assistant enters the office. She's careful to snap the door shut behind her. Professor. Yes, Minnie? So I'm assuming that's a nickname that she does not like. Or are you talking to yourself again? That's right. You know me. I see. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought while hearing the mumbling sounds of me speaking with Oz. She knows when not to poke her nose into things. I mean, I guess that's a good thing in an assistant. Because, you know, like, some assistants are very nosy, and I'm like, because they know everything. I mean, they kind of have to know everything to be your assistant, you know? So I put one of the cat's beds on one of the boxes next to me, and Maki's just laying there. That's her new favorite spot because she always wants to be near me while I'm like working or streaming, but I didn't have a bed over here for her to do that, so I was like, what if I put the bed over here? Now she just passed out. That's super duper cute though. Meow. Was bad though that Miki saw that Maki was in that little bed, and this she's peeked her head up like, hey, I want to join. I'm like, no, she don't want you there. I just like glared at each other like, oh no. My cats tolerate each other, they don't get along. But she knows when not to poke her nose into things. One of the things I like about her, and ask what makes her the bee's knees. The bee's knees! Help! I have gone back in time. When it comes to being an assistant, I still don't know what that means. I remember like hearing about it in old movies, or like movies that reference old stuff. I assume it means like being amazing based on context, but I'm like, why? Who thought that was a good idea? A good idea. The bee's knees. Do bees have knees? No, I'm curious. Hold on. Do bees have knees? Hmm. So it says bees do not have bones or kneecaps like humans. They have joints that help them move. So basically the bee's knees thing is simply because it rhymes. Not because bees have knees. Okay. Okay, I was about to say it like what is this? What? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's here. Who? That police detective from the newspapers. Police detective? Oh. Even as I echo these two words, there's a sinking feeling in my stomach. You know, the man who made you crumble the papers and toss them in the trash can. Seriously, were we dating or something? In the end, we had to stop our subscription for the dailies. Detective Theodora Kraus. Yes, that's the one. Knowing Theo is here makes my world go momentarily off kilt. It's as if, by the magic of the fairy tales I'm in line, the ink in my patron's letter has manifested him into the reception area. No! Oh, we thought about him, he appeared. No, what is he, a demon? Can't you tell him I'm out delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? That depends. Depends on what? Is a lie like that going to deter this man? Probably not. An astute question. She is truly wise beyond her years. How young is she supposed to be? She looked like she's like, maybe early 20s? If she's any older than that, I do not believe it. I don't believe it. It's like when people try to guess my age after seeing me and I'm like, ha, JK. Or they assume that Way's older because he's taller and I'm like, no. So I'm only a year older than Way, but yeah. My tea has cooled down enough for me to be able to sip it without burning my tongue. So very nice, very nice. What's everyone's like go-to like drink? Whether it's like a caffeinated drink or just like drink. My go-to is typically like oolong or some type of green tea. But I have been very obsessed with this citrus tea. I want to get more. The bad thing is it's only at this market that's like 30-40 minutes away from me or something. And I get so far. So I wouldn't go there often, just once in a while. Probably not. He'd happily traverse the entire campus just to torment me, I'm guessing. Alright, let him in. With a brisk nod, Minnie returns to the reception area. I barely have time for a steady breath before Theo barges in. No, he doesn't even walk in, he barges in. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. How are you just gonna throw a box at me as soon as you get in here? Rude. Now I understand why we don't like him. Rude, sir. How dare you? He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. What is this? Why is he in my office? Well, look who the cat dragged in. Not even a, how do you do? What? The niceties suddenly mean something to you? I seem to recall you packing your bags and moving out without so much as a goodbye. Oh, we were in the whole, we live together? Oh no, 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 no. No! like it. I won't like it. But it's kind of bad that we didn't even say goodbye. We didn't leave a letter. Man, shame on us. There's no one to say goodbye to. Oh, damn. Was he like that kind of detective that like worked all the time and never had time for like family or like loved ones? Didn't you find out I left only a few days later? Damn. Oh my gosh. At least it made it easier for you to leave, didn't it? There is a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. I mean, it was only a few months. If you said years, I'd be like, oh, was a few months, not too bad. As my mouth struggles to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing, icy silence creeping in. I want to break the silence before I freeze. What's in the box? He lets out a deep sigh that rather sounds like relief. Your things that somehow you didn't take with you when you left. Even the oddly crafted handkerchief you love so much. That handkerchief was a gift for you. Wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I see the corner of his mouth twitch. He's lying. Ooh. What should I do with this information? Respond in disbelief. Reach out for the box to check. I mean, I could just check the box anyway. I quickly stretch out my hand to the box, yet he is just as fast in catching my wrist before I can open it. Hey, who told you to get handsy? Hands off. I withdraw my hand from his grip swiftly, like a startled bird soaring into the sky. That truly caught me off guard. I've forgotten what his hand feels like. I was only kidding. Although you really haven't changed much, have you? Oh, okay. He was kidding! Stop it! I don't think we are on good terms to be joking with each other like this. You just went straight for it. Well, I wanted to check. He sounds amused and slightly pleased, as if he just confirmed the accuracy of one of his deductions. Neither have you. I threw all of it away right after you vanished. I mean, that's low-key fair. He says with a subtle squint in his left eye. Another lying tale of his. He has, how many tales does this boy have? How many tales you got? I can't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. So what's really in the box? Want to guess? I do have an idea. Knowing him, he'd sooner face the whole Capone gang by himself and take their bullets before coming to visit me. Oh, so it's probably something Fae related, I assume. That must be why more important than our poignant history. Case evidence. I've seen boxes like this one before, but never one quite so large. It's a really big case, isn't it? He nods. The biggest of my career. And you come to me of all people. You must be on your wit's end about this. He looks away as if trying to hide how galling the circumstances at hand are. He really didn't want to come and get our help, I see. That's literally what I just said. But he's just voicing it instead. Truth be told, I'd rather face the whole A1 Capone gang and take their bullets than have to see you again. Gee, that stings a little. So why would you... Hold on a minute. Do you think this has some sort of connection to fairies? Fairies! He flicks his tongue in exasperation. Oh my, it seems I have hit the bullseye. We stopped talking about fairies at some point when we were still together. Those talks always led to a heated discussion, and then into arguments because nothing I could say could change his skepticism toward mystical beings. And now he's seen the light because it's a part of a case. This certainly the chance to tease him about it, though it might be unwise considering the emotional peril he must have gone through to get here. What should I do next? Tease him, ask more about his thoughts. Well, I'm more curious about the case than teasing him, honestly. I know this must be hard for you, but I can't help you if you don't say anything. He sighs. You're right. As difficult as it is to admit, the things you've told me before about fairies and whatnot might have helped to make sense of this case. But I have to say, for the sake of my sanity, I still don't believe they exist. Fair enough. He appears pleasantly surprised by my answer, as though he was expecting a quarrel right around the corner. Little did he know, I learned that it's moot to try to explain the otherworldly beings to him. I mean, that's true. The people that will believe, the ones who won't. So, what makes this case so significant? What do you think, why do you think it relates to fairies? Are you even allowed to tell me? I hear the sound of a chuckle under the breath, like a bolt from the blue. For a brief moment, his gaze on mine seems to revert to how it used to be, until the seriousness returns to his face. First things first. Since I'm leading the investigation, I do have some discretion on what details to divulge and to whom. That is, if the confidant can bring value to the investigation. And I've known you for a fact that you can be discreet. Still, I must ask your sworn secrecy on this matter. You got it. So, tell me about the case. Why does it seem to be of paramount importance? It's a multiple murder case. Damn! Multiple? Like, it happened... Did it happen all at once, or... potentially perpetrated by a single culprit? The victims are chiefly middle-aged women residing north of the city. Oh, it's targeting women. They're from old money families, the types that make regular appearances at high society events. Oh, that's probably why this is happening. Okay, gotcha. I see. No wonder you're all tensed up. You're telling me. She took me off every other case and insisted I put all my time and effort into this. It's only a matter of time until the press catches wind and makes a circus of everything. And with some of the victims' peculiar manners of death, he pauses. This is where the fairies come in? He silently stares and then sighs. I swear I must be losing my mind. You got this? Now he draws in a long, deep breath, just... Three of the victims had a manner of death that the unit has never seen or heard of before. Oh, that's gruesome. The strangest case is one where the body seemingly hardened into bony tissue overnight. Her corpse almost looks like a carved wooden statue. Oh, I've heard of something like that before. Of course you have. I frown at him. Don't get smart with me. I'm trying to help you. Look here. Yeah, exactly. Don't start now. He clears his throat abashedly. Without finding out what caused these deaths, and more importantly, who did this, the press could spin the stories out of control. I don't want to imagine the look of victims on victims' families' faces if and when the paper are making a razz of these poor women's deaths. Besides, what kind of depraved, sick bastard goes around murdering women in such a way? This city's already running on fumes, crimes becoming more rampant day by day. People shouldn't have to look over their shoulders every night. I mean, I feel like that's just a thing in general. I don't know if it's just like because there's always like so much violence and whatnot on TV and all that stuff, or on like movies and whatever, so it makes people scared of the dark, or not even like technically scared of the dark, scared of what's in the dark. Plus, it's better to be safe than sorry, you know? Because like where I live, it's relatively safe, right? But if I go to like downtown, I ain't going to downtown at night. That's crazy. It's more crime at night. Gets harder to see. There's no way to live. Even as he lapses into silence, I say nothing. It's not just the city. The rise in crime is bleeding him dry too. Yet, I am unsure of what words could soothe those who are fighting it on the front line. I've never been where they are. The frown lines between his eyebrows grow deeper. You know, considering the victims' backgrounds, having these murderers being exaggerated in papers would pressure the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible, no matter the cost, no matter who's to blame. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, because they're from, the girls that died are from rich families, so the families probably want to close it as soon as possible and just get it out. You're right. Innocent people are going to bear the brunt of this. This is a terrible situation. I feel my stomach churning. My arms cross on instinct, trying to hold my own disquietude in place. Is there anything you can do? I'm just one man. Try as I might, I can't keep those rotten police brass from lining their pockets. Nothing but a pack of lowlives in high places. He exhales sharply, his voice laced with contempt. Then he fell into silence yet again. Similarly, words seem to have abandoned me, as I can't shake the feeling of helplessness crawling under my skin. Under my skin. After a minute, he meets my eyes once more. Well, you're a good listener. Better than most. He curls his lips into almost a smile. I would say that's a smile, right? Right? That's a smile. That's a smile. I don't mind it at all. Thanks. He clears his throat once more. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. This box includes case files, crime scene photos, a couple of blood samples, which I was able to request to bring to you, and several other pieces of evidence. Other than the strange manners of deaths I've said, forensics was puzzled too by the blood samples. Oh, there's something different with them? How so? One of them doesn't contain iron. Wait, what? That's interesting. Nothing surprises you, does it? Well, about this peculiarity, I bring up something from my Fae books, but you'd always find a way to deny it. You're right about that. I'm still investigating the possibility of unknown drugs or poison that somehow cause these oddities. I don't think you can just out iron from blood samples. That's from a human blood sample. But I'd be a fool not to go after my hunches and look into all possibilities. What about robbery? It's ruled out. No fingerprints, no evidence of breaking in. Nothing had been stolen. And motives? Revenge? We're still investigating the city elites, looking for the possible motives. But it takes time. You know how it is. Yes, of course. They're very busy. Yeah, very busy. Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. His expression turned sour at full tilt. Well, who? That man? I said people, but yes, that man would be particularly helpful in this matter. Why is he so angry? Is he jealous? He scoffs brazenly and doesn't even try to hide it. Even at the first meeting with Mr. Henkel. Oh, him. Right. There is some inexplicable tension between the two. Theo said something about Mr. Henkel feeling off and always hated it whenever I had something to do with him. Though it might just be jealousy in disguise. I love how we're aware of this. Now it's like, oh, I wonder why they don't get along. But we're straight up just, no, it's probably jealousy. Maybe because we're a grown-ass woman. Okay. Finished my tea. You know I'm right. Even if he's barely in the newspapers, he's most likely at the pinnacle of high society. And I don't think he'll mind if I ask him a few things about it. Well, of course. He's always got a soft spot for you. That sounds so bitter. Hell, he's probably carrying a torch for you for a long time, judging by the way he follows you everywhere. Well, he happened to be interested in Faeology and has a lot of money to allow its development. Look at you, all ready to defend him. What? Are you doing an item now? I might have steered this reunion right back to where we were a month ago by bringing up Mr. Henkel. But it was necessary to mention him. I don't know anyone else who would have that much information about high society. Besides, there has never really been anything, even if we go to a fundraising event together from time to time. It was strictly business. At least on my end. At least on my end is business. I don't know about Mr. Henkel. Yet again, Theo seems to lose his reason whenever we talk about Mr. Henkel. I don't have the time or the energy to argue with him. What should I do? It's kind of hard. Because I feel like trying to make him see a reason wouldn't necessarily help. But telling him the truth probably also wouldn't help. He's like, oh, so you guys hang out and everything. And I'm like, I mean, I can try to be truthful and see if that helps, I guess. We're not anything. We go to fundraising events from time to time, but these are work. I've got to get money for my research from somewhere, you know. Our relationship is strictly business. He gives me a dirty look. Of course. Sure, I believe you. Damn it. I was trying to be friendly. I didn't want to tell you the truth, but I was like, he's not gonna believe it or care. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, that's all you're doing. Sure. No, he doesn't. Besides, what I do with him is none of your beeswax. His voice becomes even more irritated. We're not helping. Why would we say that? Why did we say that? That's right. It's not my concern. Do whatever you want with him. Just make sure he can keep his mouth shut about the case. I can't help but groan at his turn of events. Oh, at this turn of events. I will. While we're on the subject of useful allies, you mentioned before about blood that doesn't contain iron. I can take the blood samples to the university's chemist. She's good at what she does. And she's from a rich family. She might know some of the victims, or their families at least. I'll trust your judgment. I take it this is you agreeing to help with the case. That's right. There are lives at stake. Yeah, we gotta save the peoples. He let out a soft smile, as though in quiet agreement with what I said. Thank you. Well, if you think it'll be helpful, you can even ask the people you mentioned what they know using the evidence items. The case files are for your eyes only. Understood. Okay. He has fallen silent somehow, leaving an uncomfortable hush in the air once more. Suddenly, a realization comes to mind. Does this mean you'd be willing to hear about fairies and about biology? That depends. If this was indeed fairy doings, and if through your investigation you can provide solid theories on 3 things: the culprit, their methods of murder, and their motives, supported by evidence, of course. I'm sticking with the idea that there's a logical explanation, an earthly one for now. Meh, fair enough. I wager that we have approximately 24 hours. 24 hours? What do you mean, 24 hours? "24 hours is very long." An answer that makes sense. I can feel the papers are close to getting the story. While you're investigating this lead, I'll look further into unusual drugs and poison. How about a Faeologist? How about a Faeologist? Do you dare take on this challenge? Do I? I'll help even without being challenged. Accept the challenge. I mean, I'd help even without being challenged. Even without being challenged, I'll still help you, you know? He stares at me impassively. Of course, I know. Well, if you need anything from me, you can just ring me. Very well. But you need to promise me that you'll not just hear me out, but also keep an open mind on fairy topics if I succeed in what you asked. I promise. But I can't promise not to scoff from time to time. I mean, I guess that's fair, because it's not logical, it's not scientific backed information. That's good enough. I ought to get going. Maybe this will be an opportunity for you to increase Faeology's credibility in the eyes of the academics. Maybe. Seems like some detective has been following the tiny part of Faeology in the newspaper. Says you. The one who had to stop the daily paper subscription just because some detective kept getting the headlines. How do you know that? What? How do you... Before I could finish, he had walked towards the door and opened it. See you tomorrow, around the same time. How do you know? That's kind of weird. I hear the door closed. Hey! I exclaimed with a hint of frustration. After some thought, I realized that he must have noticed the missing newspaper on my desk and my assistant's. Ooh, he's a good little detective, I see. Reading papers was part of my daily routine when we were together. I can only shake my head in disbelief. He hasn't changed much either. As I'm reminiscing about a few moments of our past relationship, Oz reveals himself again, and now that we're all alone. That was quite the reunion. It was quite the reunion indeed. He hasn't changed at all, has he? I suppose. Although you don't have an obligation to help him. We don't, but if this is about fairies, it'd be a good opportunity, you know? I know, but I've already agreed. Very well, just don't overwork yourself. Yeah, thanks, Oz. I find myself slowly drifting into thoughts. A victim's manner of death, hardening into bony tissue, could be one of the fairy curses. Ossification. If only I could ask Oz whether a fairy was behind this, and which one, but it is not that simple. Even if they are my longtime companion, fairies have their own rules about exchanging favors, and they are secretive about their land too. That's fair. A favor like that doesn't come cheap. At least I'm stocked up on milk and honey for small requests. So Oz likes milk and honey. Speaking of requests, I should get started on a reply to my patron's letter. For some reason, he seemed to be more insistent this time that I come with him to the gala. Oh! Maybe he knows about, well, I'm assuming he knows about the attacks. And he's probably like, oh, maybe it's fairies. Maybe we can get her in on it, you know? I retrieve a paper and a pen, and I mumble to myself as I write. Dear Mr. Henkel, I hope your recent forays into high society have proven more fruitful than they have in... Should I be hyperbolic? Sure, why not? More fruitful than they have been in the centuries you've been roaming amongst their lavish I can't. Believe it or not, I have been considering whether the merits of trying to impress the wealthiest folk of the city outweigh the obvious indignities. You first brought up the possibility of my accompanying you to the annual gala a couple of months ago, and I'm still weighing my options. How do I want to play this? Be coy, be apologetic. Be coy. Be apologetic? I don't know who this Mr. Henkel is. I don't know if I want to be coy or not. I feel like just be apologetic. I still don't have a definite answer for you at present, I'm afraid. I sincerely apologize for my indecisiveness. About Ruthie, I can't say I'm surprised to hear about her latest flirtations with disaster. Since we are both toddlers, she's frequently found herself in trouble. Her fiery personality certainly doesn't help her out of quarrels. I would love to telephone her and ask how she's doing, but we drifted apart a long time ago. Nevertheless, I'm glad to hear that Theo was there to smooth things over for her. Smooth things over. I've now arrived at the topic of Theo, or Detective Kraus, as my patron prefers. I suppose this query was meant to uncover whether I still care for Theo. How should I answer? Also turn the sound of this down a bit. It's still really loud. Hi DJ, welcome to stream. I'm playing a murder mystery visual novel for part of stream, and the other half is an isekai otome game. This murder mystery is about fairies. I can't stop saying fairies. I think, because I never really watched many like Nickelodeon shows. Cause that was like, I usually watched like Cartoon Network and stuff. But one of the few that I did watch on Nickelodeon was Fairly Odd Parents. He and I are old news. Sometimes my thoughts wander back to him. Man, I don't know. I feel like it's reasonable for him to be upset that we just kind of left without saying anything. But at the same time, I was like, we should have at least told him we were leaving. Cause I know, like, I assume it's because like he's busy with detective work, so he's like never home. But I mean, we should have known that when we signed up for that. Cause he was a detective back then too, so I would assume that we already knew that. So we should have knew what we signed up for. I'll just say he and I are old news. Because I feel like that relationship will go nowhere. As for Theo, I've long since stopped dwelling on him. I thought of him and I as a relic of the past. I feel no regret in having ended it when I did. Upon setting off, I sealed the letter with wax. I then turned toward my trusted Fae. Oz, can I please trouble you with something? You want me to deliver this letter to your patron, don't you? Indeed, time is of the essence here. As always, please take care to not to catch anybody's attention. I don't know, I feel like something floating around with the letter is kind of obvious. Unless when it like camouflages, it can do it with the letter too, of like what it's touching. That'll be cool too. He'll see it by tomorrow morning, I'm sure. It would be my pleasure. Thank you, Oz. I'm off. I'll see you later today. Bye-bye. I watch as Oz flits out of my office window and vanishes. Once the Fae is gone, I call my assistant to my office. Yes, Professor. Hold on 1 second. I rifle through the contents of the box. I carefully extract the blood samples that Theo mentioned. They appear to be stored in test tubes. Would you mind asking Dr. Rayford to analyze these blood samples? I'll do that, sure. As I handle the samples to her, I notice that she looks like she wants to say something. Over the 2 years we have been working together, I picked up on a few of her tells. What is it, Minnie? How'd it go with the detective? If you don't mind me asking. Oh no, not at all. He's the same as always. There's lingering beef, of course, but we've sort of managed to put it aside for something more important. He has brought me a rather significant case that he suspects might have some supernatural element, as hard as it was for him to admit. Oh, good for him. I can't help but grin at her remark. I like her. I'm glad it didn't end in a shouting match, at least. Yes, me too. I'll deliver the blood samples now, Professor. Thank you, Minnie. Minnie hurries out. I'm alone in my office again. Remembering the conversation about the case, I'm suddenly engulfed by unexplainable, eerie feelings. I should start the investigation right away. Ooh, I get to look at the file. Yee! We get to look at the files. Okay. Emission toxins. Those just are illusions. Oh. Oh, so this is what we were talking about by some high phase can transform living beings into solid objects like such as stone or bone. So this is a high ranking one, I guess. Fae factions. I don't know. we go. Mary Hatcher, age 19. Oh, she's the youngest so far. Death from shock due to, I say, oh, this one was poisoning. Okay. Young factory girl. Oh, it's the girl. Despite not fitting the trend of the previous victim profiles, she has been preliminary and included in this case because she has last been seeing a heat. Oh, I was saying, I'm like, what? Victim's father described her as not acting herself in the days before she passed. Hmm. Hmm. Can I use this for it? How do I use this again? I forget. How do I use this thing? Nothing on his hand, but stuff on their hands. What is that? It's glowing. It's glowing. Put it back in there. So this is the gala. My teacher invited me to this event. I'm still uncertain if I want to attend. Not really sure, but a knock on the door makes me glance up from my desk. I realize the sun has set while I've been absorbed in the investigation. Come in. My assistant enters the office. Dr. Rayford has arrived to drop off the blood samples, and she wants to talk to you. Already? Yes, she's just out the door. I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised at her work speed. Alright, send her in. Many nods. She returns to the reception area. Dr. Florence Rayford enters. It has been only 3 years since she has worked at this university, but she has proven her reliability more often than not. Very skilled, yes. Good evening, Professor. Good evening, Doctor. Dr. Rayford hands over the blood samples. She also gives me her lab report. Here you go. Thank you. So what have you found? The most peculiar thing is that there is no iron in one of the blood samples. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, that's odd. Say, is this very related? Her question prompts me to ask myself to what extent of the case can I divulge to her. Theos did say that I may ask the patron or her for information using some of the evidence. Although she has knowledge of fairies and their curses, can she handle seeing crime scene photographs? As I return to my thoughts, I notice her voice has taken on a higher pitch. This is so exciting. Are you working with the police? Does this mean that we'll get better credibility in the eyes of the public? Oh my, we're going to be in the newspapers, aren't we? We're going a little far. And not on the usual corner spots too? Oh, I can hardly contain myself. It appears she took my silence as a yes. I mean, technically that is usually what it means. It's good that she's excited about the possibility of advancement for Faeology, but her cheerful disposition can sometimes be rather overstimulating. As if on cue, a knock on the door arrives to spare me. No specific sound is familiar. More familiar than my assistant knocks. Special delivery. It's Oscar. Mr. Henkel's hands are empty. And what, pray tell, did you telling me? Pray, might you be bringing for me? Is it you? Are you the special delivery, Mr. Henkel? If you wish to call me special, then I certainly won't stop you. But I did bring a box of huckleberry muffins for your office. So late at night? Well, I guess it's technically, I don't know how late it is, but the sun is down. So, Theo didn't like him? I'm sorry, but he could be like my grandfather, Theo. You don't have to worry about him being a threat. Unless, I mean, he did be giving off like the silver fox, so I'm like, maybe. I mean, I could see it. Minerva was instantly enamored by their buttery scent. She's currently feasting on them. Hey, leave me some! Girl! We only hope she'll leave a muffin apiece for the rest of us. Oh, hello there, Florence. I didn't expect to see you in this office. Hello, Mr. Henkel. Fancy seeing you here. Although you do have a habit of making this office your sole stop on campus. She chuckles. That's just because this is where all my money went. I mean, that is fair. A well-spent investment nonetheless. He makes a retort at Dr. Rayford, but throws a subtle smile in my direction. Now cheeky. So, Florence, what's been occupying your time as of late? She looks at me briefly, possibly wondering whether she should tell him about what she did for me. The usual matters, I suppose. I tried asking your father about you at the last soiree. However, he confessed he didn't have the faintest idea. You must tell me more about your chemical research one of these days. The colorful pursuits of you young academics thrill me to no end. You know I can't share all that much, Mr. Henkel. Unless, of course, you find yourself in the position to become the chemistry department's benefactor. Then all their secrets are yours. I like her too. All these characters are so nice. They have their own little quirks, and I'm just like, oh, yes. A more playful giggle escapes her lips this time. I'm afraid I'm tapped out, financially speaking. Oh, I'm not buying that one. Not for a second. He's telling fibs, isn't he, Professor? Well, now, I certainly don't want to get in the middle of money talk of the rich. I wish I had that information, Doctor. It would make promising for research much easier with a bit of delicate leverage. Naturally. Just naturally. Mr. Henkel laughs in amusement. I feel I should ask the reason he's here before the conversation takes an odd turn. On another note, Mr. Henkel, did you get my letter? Is that the real reason you dropped by? Upon recalling that I asked Oz to insert the letter into his mailbox only this afternoon, I'm about to retract these questions. Unexpectedly, though, he bows his head in assent. Your words have always had this immersive impact on me. Perhaps that is why you are such an effective educator. Whenever I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post-haste. That's an interesting way to say that, okay. Are you putting a spell on your letters by any chance? I don't know magic. Or do I? I think you're the one with all the spells, Mr. Henkel. Your muffins, for one, have always been successful in getting Minnie's guard down. Oh dear, you two are making me blush. No, that's not like that. It's not like that. It's just business. It's just business. It's just business. I swear, even though muffins, some muffins right now sound good. I'm not gonna lie about some muffins. I haven't had any muffins in like a long time. I'm really not like a muffin bagel bread person, I guess I should say. Cause like if someone was telling me like to eat something with that, I would be like, why not rice? Very much so rice. Rice is life though. Like I do like eating bread sometimes, but like I just prefer like rice. I suppose it's time I take my leave and let you both be. I'm due somewhere shortly anyhow. Oh no, that might not be necessary. I can't stay long either. Mr. Henkel lapses into silence as he continues staring into my eyes. It's difficult to maintain eye contact with him, but even harder to look away. I wonder what I should do. I want to discuss the case, but both of them seem to be in a hurry. Should I tell Mr. Henkel to return another day, since I need to have an important conversation with Dr. Rayford right away? Or should I dismiss the chemist and meet with my patron now? There are benefits to either choice. Soliciting Dr. Rayford's opinion on the case may be a good idea. She could share more insight on the chemistry side of the case. Her parents own a successful company that produces the powder makeup and evidence. She would also know the social happenings among the wealthy elites. On the other hand, Mr. Henkel is also a viable candidate for an interview. His connections within high society know no bounds. Everybody seems to know him one way or another. He might know things Dr. Rayford doesn't. Since he has been funding my research for a long time, he's also more familiar with fairy topics. Whom should I interview? Oh gosh. Oh, I gotta pick someone to interview. I feel like the chemistry stuff is more important. Even though Dr. Rayford would know more about like fairies and whatnot, and he knows people, but that's the brunt of it. I need to know the chemistry stuff, more important. Dr. Rayford, would you mind staying a little longer? I'd like to hear your opinion about something. Dr. Rayford glances at me and then at Mr. Henkel, and then back at me with a glimmer of mischief in her eye. Oh, in her smile. That's the eye. Are you sure, Professor? I let out a resigned sigh. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to deal with her teasing. Yes, we gotta know things. When I address my patron once more, regret colors my tone. Mr. Henkel, would you mind coming back another day? I have something crucial to discuss with the doctor at present. Of course. I understand your scientific pursuits precede all else. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for dropping off those muffins. Yes, I will nom on those later. Nom 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 nom. He only replies with a smile. I'll see you soon. Right. As soon as possible, I promise. Mr. Henkel and Dr. Rayford exchange brief goodbyes. My patron then departs. I'm alone with the chemist again. Doctor, I might need your further assistance regarding the blood samples and also something more pressing. So it is true, you are working with the police. I suppose. Detective Krauts consulted me this morning about an ongoing criminal case. Oh, do I sense some old flame flickering back to life? Your eyes are tricking you, Doctor. It has been ashes for a long time now. Nothing has changed. There's a hint of disbelief in her eyes, but I won't indulge in her playful teasing, as there is a more important matter at hand. I clear my throat. So I would like to ask you for information, as you may be acquainted with some of the victims or their friends and families. All right. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thank you. Although I do need your sworn secrecy on this. Of course. I'm at keeping secrets. You need not worry. Those samples I analyzed are part of the evidence in this case, right? That's right. Let's begin. I tell her the fundamental facts of the case while she listens silently all the while. When I finish my summation, she has only one word to say to me. Interesting. Interesting, that's all you have to say. Okay. My parents' greatest achievement. It's one of the things I wanted to ask you, Doctor. I don't know much about makeup. How popular is this powder among high society? The powder has been the craze lately among the upper class, since my parents have successfully gotten a Mary Pickford to do its advertisement. Well, I'll be. Okay. Let's ask about the blood samples. Ah, yes, the most intriguing piece of evidence. And weird, isn't it? That it doesn't contain iron at all, even though it looks just like human blood. Not to mention the higher percentage of phosphorus. Would you let me know if it ended up being a fairy after all? Only if I'm allowed. Is there any insight from chemistry as to why there would be no iron in a red-colored blood? Sadly, no. I'm just as puzzled myself. I found traces of arsenic in this blood sample. Yes, that was reported by the forensics team, too. One wonders who could have done such a thing to the poor girl. Actually, chemists do sell arsenic to common people to make their own weed killer and rat poison. Man, it's not common to get it. I haven't done that in some time, not since the university contract. But I'm sure the detective has asked his henchmen to collect purchase records from chemists all over the city, don't you think? That's makeup. Oh, right, we asked her about the lab report. Lab report. I've done my best to pull all the details there, although I might have missed something regarding the curious blood sample. No, well, thanks. um... This is Miss Moore and her family. Could you tell me what you know about them? What you know of them? Well, I've heard that when Miss Moore's biological parents passed away, she was adopted by her parents' trusted employees, from whom she received a lot of love. These employees couldn't have children, you see. Her biological parents left her a substantial inheritance, which she received when she came of age. Then she was married, out of love, to a wealthy entrepreneur. They were hand in hand wherever they went. It's a sad thing. Her luck seemed to slip away when she needed it most. Dr. Rayford seems to know more about Miss Moore than she let on earlier. While she sounds quite sympathetic, I can somehow sense a hint of jealousy in her voice. Oh. This is a family photograph of the Wooldridges. Ah, yes, it was everywhere in the papers when her father married the famous and one of the most beautiful socialites. The other man here is Miss Wooldridge's stepbrother. Do you know anything about these people? Aside from being fabulously wealthy and well known, not particularly. No. So, she knows about the Moors. This is tomorrow's gala. I'll not be going there since the opening. So since the opera is playing. Oh, does she not like the opera? Damn. She's like, nah, fuck the opera. I didn't know you're. Wait. You are going or you aren't going? I'm confused. My late husband and I used to go there for one of our date nights. Sadness leaks. Oh. I see. Sadness leaks to her eyes even though her smile stays bright. And the faintest, she'd been married before. Speaking of which, I spotted Detective Krause at the Met during last month's performance. He appeared to be enjoying the opera, accompanied by an attractive, tall, blonde woman. It was quite the unexpected sight. I never took him for an admirer of opera. Well, that's a new one on me. Oh, I see. I see. Do you know anything about this ring? My, you proposing to me, Professor. I'm afraid my heart belongs to my late husband. I can hear sorrow seeping through her peppy voice. Quietly, I slipped the ring back into the box. See if she knows anything about this coin. Goodness, what happened to this coin? It feels quite icky to touch, isn't it? But there's nothing on it, so why would you think it's icky to touch? Ms. Moore! She seems to recognize the victim quite fast. We've met once or twice at the clothing store and exchanged a few pleasantries. Occasionally, I would see her and her husband at various student parties as well. They were a lovely couple. That's it. But she knew her instantly. There's no sound to be heard as she stares at the photograph for a little while. I wonder if it's too much for her. Is this Miss Wooldridge? It's a little difficult to recognize her because of the... well... She speaks with her usual sunny the lit, which is quite surprising. I guess she has got a strong stomach. Yes, you're correct. What do you know of her? Everyone knows her and her family, I'm pretty sure. They're one of the richest in the city, the elites of the elites. Accordingly, their circle consists only of very selected people, such as your patron, I imagine. Oh, and their families likes to host charity events. Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? Unfortunately, what I told you previously is all I know about her. If she did dabble, do you think maybe her manner of death is a result of occult matters? It is certainly a possibility. Oh yes, I know her, although I can't recall her name. Miss Niblet. Oh, that's right. I saw her quite often at the auction, only going for rare coins. Oh, so the coin is hers. Okay. As usual, the winning bid was hers. I wonder if some of those coins carried some sort of curse, since they came from God knows where. So, this coin is hers. Like beneath the black light, the coin held mostly violet and some red traces of magic. And it was also like smoking and stuff too. So that's that was a thing. Did you happen to know this girl? Unfortunately, no, I don't know her. It's surprising that she seems rather unfazed by quite the gruesome photographs. I wonder if she has seen worse deaths caused by chemicals. Although even if I had seen worse, I doubt I would muster such cheer. I never realized this peculiar side of her. So, if I had to assume, her fingers are probably something else. Hers, something to do with her blood. There's something strange with her fingers, but I couldn't pinpoint anything. I looked around, I'm like, I didn't see anything, so I don't know. This one was probably due to the makeup, I would assume. The ring has like some of the violet and some red traces of magic, and this one belongs to this person. So you got all the information you need. Sure, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's fine. I have no further questions. I believe I have enough information for now. Is that so? Well, alright. Earlier you mentioned you had a prior arrangement, so I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. You've been incredibly helpful. And no problem. Don't hesitate to reach out if you require anything else. Give her a brief nod. Dr. Rayford then departs from my office. I'm alone again, but not for long. My assistant pops into the office. Professor, I'm heading home soon. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, I'm perfectly fine. I think I'll stay and work for a bit longer. Okay, see you tomorrow, Professor. Have a safe trip home. Upon wishing me the same, Minnie leaves. I have some time until I have to wrap up my work day and head home from the office. Um. Oh wait, she also has 6 fingers, cause her thumb's back there. Okay. Okay, let's put this back. But yeah, it was the coin. The coin belonged to Audrey, I believe. Or found. Although there is some new information, I had expected the report to be more detailed. Then again, I did ask her to finish it as soon as possible, and she delivered. Says nothing on it, right? Just making sure. It's the next afternoon. I should be grading assignments or reviewing the lecture I'm going to deliver come Monday. Or do anything productive in the realm of professoral. Why am I struggling with that word so much? Professional duties. Instead, I find my attention straying more and more toward the office door. I voice my frustrations to good old Oz. Neil will arrive at any moment. I can't stop wondering whether my explanation will be good enough for him. In the past, no sort of explanation ever seemed to please him when it comes to fairies. Then why should it do so now? My voice cracks with concern. This time he came to you bearing in mind the possibility of fairy involvement. He'd be a fool if he discredits you so soon. My fairy companion's chirping becomes increasingly stern this time. But you need to get yourself together. You must remain steadfast and strong when facing the detective. Don't permit your voice to falter when presenting your findings. I know I can't let myself unravel at this point. It's just that he's never solicited my opinion quite in this manner. A professional insight, no less. All the more reason to be as calm as you can be. Maintaining your composure is essential to delivering a persuasive argument. But no matter what happens, at least you know you tried. At the end of the day, he's the one who needs to solve this case. You're right. Of course you are. I'm not a detective. I'm simply a professor sharing my perspective. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Oz. For always talking me off the ledge. Just then, somebody knocks on the door. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Best of luck. I whispered a hurried goodbye to my fairy friend. I'll tell you tonight, Oz. Once Oz has flown out, I direct my attention toward the door. Come in. My assistant marches in. Professor, you have a visitor. The detective. Minnie nods. All right, send him in. Minnie nods once again and walks out of the room. Theo paces around a little bit after strolling in. He appears quite distracted. He finally stops and opens his mouth. So, what have you learned? I take a deep breath. Here it goes. I have to present my findings to perhaps the most sought-after detective in the police force. Theo investigates cases right where the crime scenes unfold. He's agonizingly familiar with the grit and the grime of the city's darkest recesses. Meanwhile, as a professor, my expertise primarily revolves around the nebulous, the theoretical. I must do my best to stay calm and collected, just as Oz suggested. I've read the case files, victims' odd behaviors, shortly before death could be due to hypnotic spells from fairies. The fourth victim went to the police, but before she said anything, it seemed she saw something that scared her away. What if she saw something not human? In the manner of death. He interrupts me before I can finish. I have no time for assumptions. The papers telephoned our department this morning, said they found out about some of these deaths. So that's why he looks agitated. That's not his normal face. I mean, I feel like that's just his normal face. That's how he always looks. The chief is preparing a statement for tomorrow regarding this. So I'll just cut to the chase. Is there fairy involvement? Yes. Yes, I'm certain of it. I can tell his interest is piqued. However, I'd like to first lay out the basics since I'm pretty sure you've discarded the things I've told you in the past. He's like... So far, we've identified 3 classes of fairies: warrior, scribe, and parasitic fae. Warriors have strong offensive magic. Scribe's magic tends to be defensive, and parasitic magic is, well, parasitic. We Faeologists have developed a tool called Black Light to detect traces of fae magic. It can even be detected through photographs if the magic is especially strong. Warrior magic glows red, scribe magic blue, and parasitic magic shines purple. Oh, so that's what the colors meant. They didn't show the colors in they showed like the color like scheme, but didn't really like show like what they meant. That's why I was confused. I was like, am I supposed to know what these colors mean? Because I don't know. Let me try exiting out of that. I miss my little pen I used to have for this stuff. So I'm making a note of this in case I do need to know later. Scribe is blue. Cause I don't know how far the demo goes, but just in case. I don't know if I need to actually solve the case or not. I found that seemingly fairies of one specific class are behind this. Which one is the culprit? Parasitic, it seems. Because it had purple all over it. Mayhaps they're the parasitic class. What's evidence? A lot of things. Dead fae. How's does this prove parasitic involvement? The dead fae beneath the black light. There's a dead parasitic fae. Look, it goes under the black light. Is this dead bug the one behind the murders? And I can see the purple traces, but what about this red glow? He's right. But I didn't think this through. You're right. It appears I should reinvestigate. What else you got? I don't remember what the sample was. Salt the bud sample beneath the black light to show the magic traces. You see, it glows under the black light. But it's also red. You're right, missed it. Profoundly disappointed. I swallow back a lump rising in my throat. Clearly you haven't been thorough in your investigation. Look, I'm confused, TBH. Either you're missing important things, or you just don't take this as seriously as I thought. But I do take it seriously. If I could just reinvestigate. Sorry, getting any sentences out of my mouth. No words of mine could ease the way he sees me now. Doesn't matter. We're running out of time. Couldn't find proof of it being unusual drugs or poisons either. Well, that's why I was confused, because like her thing said, oh, it's only one fae, right? And I was like, but there's multiple colors. Unless it's trying to tell me that it's the warriors? I don't know. I wish I could bring up the reports and stuff so I can look at them while I'm going through this, because I have potato brain. I'm not gonna remember. Even the most atypical drugs don't cause this kind of bizarre hallucinations. No poisons could turn the whole body into hardened bones. He has his eyes on me, full of quiet accusations. Honestly, I can't believe this. You dedicated many, many years to the study of forensic Faeology, and that's all you have to show for it. What are you? I know you're clever, capable, competent, but you ought to consider changing your field. You're not cut out for forensics. I feel like I'm starting to see red. Can't believe he's bringing up my profession this way. I know I messed up, but you just crossed the goddamn line. He knows I tried my best, given the limited time, but he just keeps hammering away. It hits me all over again how easy it is for him to make me feel really small. That's why I said, no, forget him. Forget him. Just laying down the facts. He says it so nonchalantly, as if he doesn't see the effect of his opinion on me. I can't do this anymore. My anger is beyond containment. I never want to see you again. Get out. Fine by me. Don't plan on ever coming back to this office anyhow. Upon picking up the box of evidence, Theo turns to leave. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. He slams it. I find myself straying restlessly in my room, seething with frustration. Perhaps it's for the best. After all, there's a reason I walked away, and it's all coming back to me. As I was steadying my breath to calm down, I realized something. I haven't explained Dr. Rayford's findings on the blood samples. How it could be fairy blood, and the significance of the scribe's sigils on prominent families. Oh, that was what the sigils were? I couldn't even tell what that was. She gave me additional information too on the victims, as well as the popularity of the makeup. Didn't have the chance to tell him all of it. Well, so be it. I'm not going to write him or telephone him. Perhaps I'll just write an anonymous letter to the homicide department. But first, I ought to finish grading the assignments I neglected yesterday. It's been an hour and a half since I forced myself to get back to work, yet my anger hasn't subsided. Then it strikes me. I am no more angry at Theo than I am at myself. How did I fail this? Why wasn't I thorough enough? Still, that doesn't give him the right to talk to me like that. I bury my face in my hands as I realize that I've merely been spinning in circles. Professor, is this a bad time? I look up at her in shock. When did she get in? It's magic! Woo! I knocked, then waited for a minute. And then it occurred to me that perhaps you didn't hear me. Oh, sorry. My mind is more than a little preoccupied. The detective had an intensively brooding expression when he left. I figured that the meeting didn't go well. I can stay longer today if you need to talk. Thanks, Minnie. I'm not sure about talking, but I could use some company. Of course, Professor. Would you like me to fetch us a bottle? Oh my god. Are we just drinking on the job here? That's crazy. Sure. Any preference? Whichever bottle is the biggest. Or whichever has the highest alcohol content. Hey, well, you know what's up. Hey. Got ending number 6, bottle blues. I guess because I didn't figure it out. Cause I didn't understand the things on the hands. I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I'm not a good detective. I'm a bad detective. But hey, we got an ending. Hey yo. But hopefully you liked the game. If you do want to try it yourself and see if you can get some more endings for the demo, I have it in the links here. And we're gonna take a quick break while I get something to eat, and then as well as set up for the otome game. So I will be right back. Perfect time. Just to make it go down. Okay, let's add this in. Let's see, it's really... I turned it down earlier when I was setting it up. Turn the master volume up some. I do have the background music and the sound effects down, so it should be okay, but just let me know if it's too loud. But yeah, this one we're playing such a cute one. I was debating if I wanted to save it for next month, because it seems very nice and cozy and has very autumn colors, so I thought it would fit regardless. But I thought, hey, since we're playing Death of Faeology, why don't we just play this one too, because by the same creator. So I was like, oh, let's do it all in one go, bam. And plus I really wanted to play. That's so pretty. I mean, look at them, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm already fangirling. I haven't gotten in yet. It's just me and otome games. I'm like this all the time with otome games. Help. Because I love visual novels of all kinds, but when it comes to specifically otome games, I'm just like, ah, feral. So anyway, let's try this. I have my oatmeal here, so I'll take bits and pieces to just eat it while we're doing this. It is kind of hot still, I think, so I think it'll be fine. Well, this is it, isn't it? Press my palm against the counter, feeling its every imperfection, worn smooth by years of care. Oh, it's an onsen. Onsen. I want to go to an onsen. Oh, I love this little flower in the corner here. Oh, I love it. So cute. Every step in these halls, every creak in the floorboards, I've memorized them all. After tonight, none of it will belong to me anymore. Oh no, we're losing it. No. So the oatmeal I have is a cinnamon and spice one. So I added a little bit of pumpkin spice to it to make it taste more like pumpkin spice. Because it literally has almost all the flavorings for pumpkin spice, but not all. Strange. I thought I'd feel sadder. I spent a lifetime here, and now I'm too old to take care of it. A real gun, traditional Japanese then, without its keeper, is just an empty house waiting to be forgotten. No! We will remember you. Don't worry, we will remember you. How many times have I cleaned these counters and mopped these floors, greeting guests who come and went like fleeting whispers? I wondered if I would ever find someone to walk these halls with me, not just pass through them, someone who would wake up beside me every morning. Aw, we were lonely too. Oh man. But no one stayed. No one made an impression. I made my way toward the onsen, or the hot spring. My knees protesting with every step. Oh, not the achy breaky knees. Not my knees. My knees. I should have let myself enjoy my life more. Honestly, that's how I feel. I spent my childhood and teenage years just at the dance studio, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And then by the time I was an adult, I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. Because I was like, the off chance that I injure myself, what do I do with the rest of my life if I can't dance anymore? So I was like, oh, I should find other things. And then things happened, and then I became a VTuber, and here we are. Life story. A persistent thought haunted me, refusing to fade away, even in the quiet moments after the guests had departed. Did I live well? I spent my youth building this place, holding onto it with everything I had. And in the end, there's no one left to hold on to me. Oh no, that's so sad. No. No. So, that's the real regret. Well, it's too late to dwell on it now. I brace a hand against the wall as I push myself upright. My back cracks. No, not my back. No. Oh no, and my knees and now my back. Everything's crack-a-lacking. Oh no. But I force myself to stand with a groan, but my foot slips. Ooh, no. There's a moment of weightlessness, followed by a sharp crack at the back of my head. As the back of my head meets the stone. Oh no! That's why I'm always so scared. Because like a lot of times that I even like see any videos of like a family or a couple running like an inn, they're typically decently old, and I'm like, one wrong slip and you gone. Shouldn't we have someone else take over or something? I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared something's gonna happen. Then cold. No, rest in pieces. We work so hard our whole lives. Water rushes over me, pulling my limbs. My fingers grasp for an anchor, but meet only emptiness. As the world blurs and my vision tilts, I catch a glimpse of steam swirling above, rising into a night sky that feels infinite and dark. Perhaps in another life. No! Ripperoni pepperoni, we die right at the beginning. Damn. My head feels like someone's hosting a drum circle in there. I inhale, hoping to be greeted by the cozy sense of aged wood and warm sake, but instead, what is that smell? Salt, fragrant smoke, and sweet aroma of osmanthus? Osmanthus wine! I can't. I don't even play Genshin anymore. And still, whenever I see osmanthus, I just think osmanthus wine. Oh no. Oh. Is this the afterlife? Let me take another bite of my oatmeal real quick. Okay. Instead of my dimly lit ryokan room, I see red. A bridge covered in mist. This isn't my ryokan. A sharp chill sinks into my spine. I died, didn't I? The Red Bridge of Souls. I've heard the stories. A place between, a crossing for lost souls. And here I am, on a bridge between a life already lived and whatever comes next. But why does everything sound so loud? I can hear whispers, little murmurs, the occasional laughter. Seriously, my ears are starting to ache. Wait, ears? A creeping suspicion settles in. I lift my hands. Those aren't my hands, are they? My fingers are slender, smooth, sharp nails, sharper than I remember. Claws? My breath catches. I stare at my arms, my legs. No more wrinkles. No more gnarled knuckles. No more aching bones. Oh my god, we're hot! Oh, look at us! We're so hot! Look at us! Instead, I'm youthful, glowing, radiant. Oh my. My jaw drops. I pat down my arms. Firm. I press a hand to my stomach. Flat. I trail higher. No. No way. Oh my god, the sparkles in her eyes. My hands fly to my chest. They're burning. Gravity hasn't gotten to them yet. They're perky. Oh my god, imagine just filling yourself up. Oh my god. By the spirits above, I have breasts again. Perky, full, no sag, no back pain. This is a miracle. Well, I don't believe in the back pain thing. Because I will just say, if you got big booba, your back gonna hurt no matter what age you are. These are the breasts of a woman in her prime, not a retired ryokan owner who needed at least 2 layers of fabric and a prayer to hold them up before. Oh no. Oh, that sounds tragic. But before I can fully appreciate this cruel miracle, something moves behind me. No. We got a tail. Wait, we Nikes. Why we Nikes? We got, oh, well, I guess we got reborn Nikes. I guess that makes sense. I turn my head slowly. Look, we got a floofy tail. Wait, oh, look at our ears. Look at the little fox ears. They're so cute. Oh my god. Can I touch my own? Can I touch my ears? Can I hug my tail? That'd be so much fun. I don't need a pillow. I just got my tail. A tail. A red furry tail sways behind me, wagging. Oh, my hands tremble even more, trying to make sense of everything. My skin, my tail, my lack of... Oh, I'm naked. Oh, you just now realized I'm naked. I am as bare as the day I was born, but with a tail, claws, and apparently some kind of breast enhancement. Some kind of breast enhancement. Oh no. A breeze rolls across the bridge. My entire, very exposed, freshly revived, nobody was supposed to see this body. Prickles. Stay calm. Stay dignified. But of course, there is no dignity left to be had. Oh no, the circles. Oh no. I crouch down, wrapping my arms around my knees and curling my tail around myself, like I'm trying to create a makeshift modesty shield. But I am not alone. I hear footsteps, the more like claw steps, followed by rustling robes, and then something that sounds suspiciously like skittering. Skitter, skitter, skitter. I do not turn to look. Absolutely not. I'm not entertaining whatever fresh horror that was. Ma'am. Hi, Docty. What are we mamming about? Being Nikki's? Or having perky breasts? What? I love how she was just like, she's like, my breasts, they're firm, they're perky. And I was just like, wow. I mean, I guess that would make sense because like after years of just being old, you get revived after dying, and like, bam, you're a hot wolf lady. Being born with breasts and hands. Oh, yeah, being reborn. So basically, I'm still in the very beginning. Also, hi Takti, hopefully you're doing well today. I'm in the very beginning. We played the fairy murder mystery demo. Now we just started this one, which is a fantasy isekai otome game. Basically, what happened in the very beginning was she's a ryokan owner who slipped and died, and then she got reborn as this. She was just an old lady about to say goodbye to her ryokan, and then she slipped and fell and died and became a hot fox lady. That's what's going on right now, and I don't know what all this is. Oh, that noise. I don't like those noises. A shadow looms behind me. A road figure glides past, does a double take, then slowly backs away. I mean, is it weird that I'm Nikki's, or is everyone Nikki's? Another one, sporting a long serpentine tail, grins at me. Oh no, showing up a mouthful of sharp teeth. I pretend I didn't see it. Okay, breathe. Right bridge. Spirits, the rules of death. Then I am surrounded by spirits, possibly man-eating spirits. Oh no, I am very much so not even human, so I think we're good. I love the freak out. I will not be making eye contact with anything that looks like it might eat me. Deep breath. Focus. I've handled rowdy nobles, drunken guests, and several matchmaking attempts. I can handle this. Alright, first things first. Close. And then I figure out what in the world just happened to me. I push myself up, careful, composed, and... No rifle, huh? Cute tail. Eh. Oh no! Followed by a burst of laughter. I'd rather die again. Alright, steady. My fingers twitch and my instincts whisper, lower yourself, move gracefully, prowl. But no, my dear. I'm a lady of refinement. I spent my life walking with dignity, grace, and a fair amount of back pain. I love how we keep talking about the back pain. Oh my gosh. I do not prowl. Come on now, girl. You've handled worse than this. I steel myself, back straight, chin up. Oh, nope, too fast. Suddenly gravity exists. Remembers I exist. The bridge vanishes, the lanterns blur. The night air rushes past me like a betrayal. Not this again! No, we're in the water! We slipped and fell again. Water. Again. But this time it feels different. Ah. I seem to be breathing underwater. Wait, what? An improvement from earlier, but also an insult. Didn't I already drown today? I feel like I should get a free pass on the second one. I love how these are our thoughts as we're just in the water. Just but before I can decide to stay here out of sheer stubbornness, the water stirs. A hand grabs me. Oh? With a firm grip that says, "Stop embarrassing yourself and get out of my river." Eh? Before I can properly swoon at the sheer commanding nature of it, I'm pulled upward. My head breaks the surface, and finally, I see him. Oh my. Oh, not the oh my. We're starting with the oh my. Hold on. Let me take a drink in case I end up being thirsty. Hold on. Just in case we end up being thirsty. Oh my. Now, I've seen many men in my life. Strong men, handsome men, men who paid extra for the private onsen package. But this one, he is something else entirely. Oh no, he's hot. Oh no, he's hot. Okay, he's hot. We're hot now. Okay, let's go. White hair. Oh, I didn't know the ends are dark too. I was all white because it said white hair. So I was like, oh, white hair. Wait. He has a tiger mask on. I think it's a tiger? Tiger or a wolf? I always get confused with the mask because sometimes they look like they should be tigers, but sometimes they look like wolves. White hair slicked against sharp, sculpted features. Mask covering a tall, broad figure clad in heavy robes. Looking every bit like an ancient spirit who's been reluctantly saddled with bodyguard duty. Is that true? Because his breath is steady, but I see the exhaustion in his stance. He looks like an old old war banner, torn, faded, but still standing out of sheer spite. Which is still terribly attractive, by the way. And then I feel warmth. His outer kimono draped over my shoulders. His hand lingered just long enough to ensure it stays. My. Please don't start drooling. It's been quite some time since I was last embraced by a handsome young man. And with such grave solemnity, too. You alright? Tell him he looks dashy. I mean, he do be looking dashy. Okay, look. But I think it's just normal to say thank you first. Before we go all, man, you're hot. Let's thank him first. I'm fine, thank you. How fortunate that you were here. Place a hand over my chest. He watches me, unreadable behind his mask, before nodding slightly. Can you walk? More than I ever have before, actually. He slowly extends his hand. Come, I will help you cross. Well, since you're insisting. Her expression though. She's like, I mean, okay. This hot guy's gonna assist me. I mean, okay, alright. I take his hand. This man's grip is steady, warm, with a quiet kind of carefulness. And together we walk. This is a dream, isn't it? Doesn't feel like one. I hum, observing him as if he were an interesting specimen. Not him being reduced to a specimen. Well. I can tell he's beautifully exhausted beneath that mask. I don't know. You're rather intriguing for a dream. His grip on my wrist tightens slightly. That got a reaction. Because it's not a dream. Oh? I was hoping this is the part where you swept me off my feet and declared yourself my spirit husband. I'm straight up saying this. I'm not even thinking anymore, just straight up just saying, yep, spirit husband. He huffs, clearly regretting pulling me out of the water. Well, you're a yokai now. The words hit me like a ladle of cold miso soup. Miso down my ugh. Cold miso, no. No, cold miso makes me sad. Cause like whenever you get miso soup, right? It's usually like super hot, so you can't even drink it. But if you let it sit there for too long, cause you're like, oh well, I mean, I'll wait till it cools. But you wait too long, and it ends up being just cold soup. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of cold soup. Though I know there are like a lot of those kinds, or like cold noodles too. I'm usually okay if it's just like noodles with like other stuff, but it was like a cold noodle soup, and I'm like, no. I usually don't like cold foods in general. There's very few that actually I'm okay with. I'm gonna finish my food real quick. Okay. Food completed. I can clean that up later. Take a sip of water. Okay. I thought as much. But hearing it said aloud. Ah, so this is real then. Well, kind. You have two choices. Fall into an existential crisis, or flirt your way through it. I mean, I'd rather flirt my way through it. Oh, I'm actually giving the choices right now. Oh. How scandalous. I blink if I'm pretending to be innocent. That's not what I expect was gonna happen. No. Oh my. How scandalous. Am I a pretty one? Like, I'm gonna throw her back in. You are an Okami. You're not answering my question, dear. I notice his shoulders tense up a bit. His fingers flex, like he's deciding between folding his arms or saying something. I grin. My tail switches behind me, matching my glee. He lets out a tiny grunt and turns his head, like that'll end the conversation, or this conversation. We should keep moving. Oh, he is fun. I mean, he is indeed very fun. Alright. So it's true then. I died with unfinished business and came back all supernatural. Humans do not become yokai without cause. Let me guess. Strong emotions, right? The classic cocktail all in one: desire, longing, and a splash of regret. They always say intense feelings linger after death, and now it's practically soaked in it. You understand then. I curl my fingers into the fabric of the kimono around me. Grounding myself. It's real. Heavy. Like the weight of everything I couldn't let go. I didn't want to die alone. That was my final thought. For a moment, only the river answers me. It was powerful enough. Oh, well, all that yearning, I ended up in a damn kimono with a masked stranger and amazingly good shoulders. So, this is what becomes of women who want too much. Hmm? Or it's simply enough to refuse fading quietly. Not a denial, nor an answer either, but close enough. I spent my entire life running a ryokan, only to die and become a yokai. Some might call that a bit on the nose. Just a little bit. Oh well. Alright then. What now? You decide that. A remarkably casual response for something that should be an important revelation. As simple as that? Yes. After all, even as a yokai, it's still your life. Ah, so it comes with free will. Excellent! I was hoping this wouldn't be one of those ominous bound to an ancient curse situations. Oh, look at that little smirk he got. A Joe Schmug. There's the faintest smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. Disappointed. Devastated. I look past him at the mist-covered bridge ahead. And where exactly were you heading before I made my graceful descent into the river? Home. Home? And where might that be? There. He doesn't really talk much, does he? Man of a few words. Okay, I can work with that. Especially since we're so talkative and flirty. He lifts his chin slightly, and as if on cue, the mist moves to reveal a structure at the end of the bridge. Is that a ryokan? Yes. A ryokan in the spirit world. Indeed. And you live there? Yes. I cross my arms, sizing him up. He's as unreadable as ever, but something about his tone is humoring me. With rooms? Yes. And is one of those rooms just so happens to be empty? With her! He shifts ever so slightly, realizing that he has walked straight into whatever trap I have set. Perhaps. Oh dear, very fortunate for me. His arms cross over his chest, and for a second I swear he's fighting back the urge to smirk. And you intend to claim it, just like that. Well, I did just die and come back as a yokai. I feel like that entitles me to at least one complimentary perk. One. For now. I tap my chin, pretending to think. Tell you what, I'll earn it. Let me help out at your inn. Sweep a few hallways, clean the guest rooms, and look breathtaking while doing it. It'll be a fair trade. There was a beat of silence. Then... I have made a mistake. Yes, you have, sir. You picked me up. You shouldn't have. Now you have a fangirl to deal with. Wonderful. I'll take it. A long, slow exhale escapes him. And for a moment, I think he might just walk right back into the river to escape them. Instead, without another word, he simply turns on his heel and continues walking. I follow him with a grin on my face. The ryokan looms ahead, and I can see the wooden panels softened by time and lanterns hanging limp from the eaves. It isn't in ruin, but it looks like it wouldn't mind the excuse to be. It looks like a haunted ryokan, honestly. This is... Oh, I skipped something. Now. Not quite what I pictured. Okay. Not exactly welcome, weary traveler. Enjoy your stay, is it? No. I give him a sidelong glance. He says nothing, but his pace is steady. This isn't how it used to be, is it? It was. Any little deflection. But I have lived long enough to recognize it. Ah, I see. So you expect me to believe this place was always this charming? I can practically hear the unspoken sigh before it leaves him. You aren't going to let this go, are you? Not a chance. The smirk, no, in the back. All smug again. Wait, is that amusement I detect? And then at last, we step inside. Oh my gosh, this place has seen better days, I hope. Oh. Not the good kind of oh, more like the oh dear, what have I stumbled into? You open a drawer and find an ancient bento that could double as an exorcism for No! No, ew. Ew. No, that's nasty. It's worse than I thought. A ryokan should be warm and inviting, but this place feels like it's waiting for someone to tell it it's over. This is a disaster. Yes. He's just like, yeah. Wow. Just like that. No attempt to sugarcoat it. Would you believe me if I tried? Fair point. What happened here? I lost the power to run it. Eh? You say that like you misplaced it under a cushion. Would have been easier if I had. Oh? Interesting. And how long has it been like this? Very long. That, at least I believe. I should just walk away. This is not my problem, nor my responsibility. But still, I know this feeling. I've lived this feeling. I know what this is like. You're far too tired of keeping this place, but you know I will die with you if you don't hold it together. His hands are unmoving, but his shoulders tremble, betraying him. Looks like I hit a nerve. Have you changed your mind then? About staying here? I blink. That wasn't what I'd planned to say, but looking at this place, I can't see an end like this and walk away. Not when it still has bones strong enough to stand. Aww, we're helping out the goodness of our heart. No, I haven't changed my mind. I'm not just going to help out. I'm going to help you revitalize it. Because deep down, even after death, I'm still an Okami. Still someone who believes an end like this deserves life. Hope. Yes, surely you haven't been left to your own devices for so long that you've forgotten what that means? I'm aware of the concept. But I don't need it. Are you sure? Because this place is falling apart. I think you need it. Oh, I'm sure you don't. But that doesn't mean you should turn it down. People offer help, then they leave midway. Or make it worse. So don't think of it as help then. Think of it as professional meddling. Persistent. And you're stubborn. He exhales slowly, as though bracing himself. And what do you gain from this? No place to stay, obviously. You want to stay with me, even though we just met. I mean, yes? He sounds more amused than betrayed. Oh, yes, well, technically I just died, so I think I'm entitled to make a few impulsive decisions. Besides, it's either you're a creepy ryokan or wandering around until something with detachable jaws decides I look crunchy. And my gut says you're not the type to take advantage of a woman. I tilt my head slightly, watching for a twitch or any sign of protesting. Nothing, just calm, tired silence. Besides, you need help, and I need purpose. Let's not complicate a mutually beneficial arrangement. And you assume you can do better in keeping this place than me. I know I can do better. His ears pick up as if I've genuinely surprised him. You claim experience then. Dear, I used to walk barefoot through corridors, balancing ledgers, calming guests, and yelling at staff all before breakfast. I left the silence hang, watching him piece it together. You are no comment in your past life. Ah, so you do listen. Dangerous skill, I know. Oh. Then tell me, Okami-san. Okay-sama, what would you do to improve it? For starters, get rid of the cobwebs before they start charging rent. There's dust all on every surface. The lanterns are so dim. I thought we were holding an exorcism. And I'm pretty sure I felt something evil whispering in that cupboard. I motioned toward the dust-covered reception table next. This looks alarmingly shoddy. Guests should feel welcome, not like they're auditioning for a background role in a ghost story. I glanced toward the empty seating area, where the chairs look rather dusty and unkept. My ears lower instinctively. The sight tugs at a quiet ache in my chest. This place was meant to be lively. Now it just sags. Back in my ryokan? Oh, what a time that was. The lanterns always glowed warmly. The sake never stopped flowing. I knew the name of every guest who ever dared to flirt with me. I may have been alone behind curtains, but the halls never were. Laughter, footsteps, whispers in the night, sometimes scandalous, sometimes not. Sometimes scandalous. It was a home, noisy and beautiful and alive. While this is a shrine to silence. This whole place is a tragedy. And you believe you can fix this? I know I can fix this. Arrogant. You are as skilled as you claim. Yes, if. But you're welcome to test me. He studies me for a long moment, and I catch the precise moment he realizes he's going to lose this argument. Fine. But don't blame me when you fail. Ah, there's the answer I was hoping for. You will work here then. Naturally. Then you will follow my rules. Define follow. Ah. Oh my gosh. The man just turns on his heel, expecting me to fall. This is going to be entertaining. Well then, now that you're sort of accepted my offer, I suppose I should at least know who my boss is. Shimon. And who exactly are you, Shimon? I'm one of the 4 mythical beasts. He answers with a casual indifference of someone commenting on the weather. I beg your pardon? The azure dragon, the vermilion bird, the white tiger, the black tortoise. I'm the white tiger. As in, the white tiger? The very same. Slowly, I let my gaze travel up and down, actually looking at him. This frail, wilting daikon oh my gosh, I can't. This is a legendary Byakumo. How are you, Byako? Is Byako supposed to be a big, ferocious Taika? He watches me with quiet amusement. This man definitely knows what I'm thinking. And how, pray tell, does one of the 4 mythical beasts end up like this? That's not important. I think it's very important. You're free to think so. I exhale sharply through my nose. Fine, I'll let it go. For now. Fine. Let's start over then. I am Aki9, former Okami of Ryokan. There's gonna be a time. Tsuchikage in the human world. I ran my Ryokan for decades. I know how to handle guests, manage staff, and maintain order. Maintain order? I can't. Maintaining order, and then earlier I was like, Amanthus wine. Amanthus wine. I was like, Amanthus wine, maintain order, help. I may have left the Genshin scene, but it's still in my head. Forever. Do you know? A challenge. Oh, delightful. Dear, I once managed a summer festival, 3 weddings, and a pipe burst all in one day, while wearing a kimono with a busted hem. I practically breathe hospitality. I kept that place running on time, under budget, and with guests so happy they left gifts. Simon doesn't answer, before shaking his head sarcastically. Old words for a wolf who drowned in a river. Look, I wasn't drowning per se. I just kind of fell in and was just chilling in there. So I could breathe underwater. Excuse me? I was not the one who was fished out like a wet, shivering pup. I was just testing the current. How fortunate, then, that I arrived before your test reached its conclusion. Fine, he won this time. Yeah, he won this round. Welcome, then, to your new home. Well then, boss, should you be showing me around? Surely you have some idea of what I'm supposed to be doing. Perhaps. He moves with the grace of someone who refuses to acknowledge his own exhaustion. Naturally, I match his pace. If I wanted, I could glide ahead effortlessly. But there's something entertaining about watching him pretend he's not running on sheer willpower alone. Just as I'm considering how long he'll keep up the act, I catch sight of my reflection in a dusty mirror. Right. I'm still wearing his robe. It's scandalously slipping off my shoulder, draping around me in a way that could either be elegant or suggestive, depending on the lighting. My, and here I am, strolling through your home in nothing but your clothing. What would the spirits say? She stops mid-step and turns to me. You require proper clothing. Do I? I think this look has a certain charm, a bit daring. Quite refined, actually. Stay here. Such a commanding tone. He doesn't dignify me with a response. Rude. And disappears down a hall, leaving me alone. I take the opportunity to glance around. What was this place like before, when it was alive? And why does he seem so reluctant to talk about it? Before I can dig too deeply into my own curiosity, Shima returns carrying a neatly folded kimono. The moment my fingers brush the fabric, I notice something immediately. It's well kept. There's a faint, lingering scent, soft, floral, and distinctively not his. A woman's scent. Whose kimono is this? I think we'll just thank him. I don't think he's gonna tell us anything anyway. Thank you. I say it gently, accepting the kimono with both hands. The teasing that's in my voice fades just a touch. I could ask. I want to ask. The scent clings like memory. Someone cared for this, or was cared for. But we've only just met, haven't we? But perhaps some stories aren't meant to be touched with curious fingers right away. The fabric brushes against my skin, and nostalgia washes over me. I wore a kimono like this once, long ago, on the night my heart first cracked open. He said he couldn't stay, said the inn was too quiet in the winter. And yet he had no trouble keeping warm in someone else's arms the following spring. Aww. Poor girl. I remember watching his back as he walked away. Snow in my sleeves, sake in my blood, and pride in my spine. I smiled, waved, bowed like a good hostess, and cried into the dishwater after midnight. Ah, youth. So dramatic. So hydrated. But it's long past now. I'll take good care of it. He doesn't answer, but the brief flicker in his gaze tells me he heard me. Change. Quickly. There is still much to see. I decide not to push further. Not now. This hallway leads to the guest rooms. Oh, look at so cute! We even have our hair up in a little bun. Ah, oh, so cute! Oh my god, we're so cute. How many are there? More than enough, but they are unused. Don't worry, boss. I have plenty of ideas to bring life back into this place. I will reserve judgment. He strides ahead before I can retort. There's something familiar in this. Not the walls, but the rhythm. Walking the halls, checking rooms, holding it all together. I did this for decades. I watched him just ahead, shoulders heavy in that way I remember too well. Was he always this quiet? Or did the ryokan take his voice like it tried to take mine? This is one of the guest rooms. Oh? He slides the shoji door open with a smooth motion, revealing the room inside. Well, this one's not completely helpless. What a relief. I was worried. His voice is as dry as air in here. When I catch this subtle, amused tone. Still, I wouldn't call it inviting. It feels more like the kind of room you give to a guest when you don't actually want them to stay. You just want them to leave as soon as possible without actually saying get out, you know? I swish my tail, stepping further inside. A little warmth, a little charm, and this place could be something special. I simply cannot wait. Alright, first order of business. Who's cleaning all this? That would be you. My dear, you really think I'd fall for that? You're the Okami now. Yes, and a proper Okami delegate. Speaking of, where are all the staffs? Surely you weren't running this place alone? No. There were others. Were? A soldier spirit who cooked, A broom that never stopped sweeping. A lazy river dweller who barely did anything unless bribed. My strength faded, they withdrew. Yokai bound to a place need energy to remain. Without it, they slumber or disappear. So they've been asleep this whole time? Perhaps, or waiting. I can no longer tell the difference. He says it like it doesn't hurt, but something in his voice tells me it does. His weight shifts. Something's off. Oh no. Boss? His posture wavers, his balance falters, and before I know it, he collapses. No! Simon! I move without thinking, catching him before he fully crumbles to the floor. He's lighter than I expected. Surprisingly so. For someone built like a tragic mountain god, I thought I'd need divine intervention. Imagine just praying to all the gods, please let me catch this man without falling. Or at least a sturdy wheelbarrow. Well now, look who has the upper body strength. Well, still has upper body strength. You ever did it, didn't you? Silence. I sigh, pressing my fingers slightly to his wrist, checking the pulse beneath the skin. Wait, do yokais even have a pulse? I'm alive. I smooth a stray lock of white hair away from his mask, brushing it carefully behind his ear. You really don't take care of yourself, do you? Oh, huh. Pussy, do you? You really don't take care of yourself, huh? It looks like he might respond, but in the end, he doesn't. Lucky for you, dear. You've just hired the best Okami there is. He groans softly. I take that as an acceptance. Now, where's your room? Like a second mask. And dare to ask what's underneath. Let me guess. You think you can sleep anywhere, don't you? Yes. No, absolutely not. If I let you, you'll curl up in some drafty hallway and waste away in your sleep. A proper yoga master must have a proper room. He exhales aggressively. The nerve. The nerve of this man. Look, you can fight me on this, or you can just tell me where it is. And I'll let you sleep in peace. Your choice. End of the hall. Alright, boss. Up we go. Jiwo's room is unsurprising. It's organized, spotless even, but it is also the most lifeless space I've ever stepped into. This is the room of a man who has dedicated his life as an ascetic exercise and suffering. I shift my grip again, still surprised I'm carrying him at all, to be honest, and lower him carefully onto the futon. The second he touched the mattress, his body fully gave in to the exhaustion. You know, most people keep something in their room. A trinket, a book, maybe? Like, anything that suggests they have feelings? Silence, which is expected, but still. Help change his clothes. I don't think we're that far, okay? We can help with his mask. Maybe that would be more helpful. He needs to be able to breathe properly. Reach out, fingers barely grazing the edge of his mask. But then, his hand moves faster than I expect. Single swat to my wrist, enough to send a clear message. No. His breathing is heavy, but he's willing himself to stay alert now. Leave. Oh. Draw my hand back slowly, exhaling through my nose. Fine. Step back, watching as he settles into the futon. His body tense, even as exhaustion pulls him under. Whatever that mask hides, he's not ready to let it go. Now that that's settled, I wonder if I can go back. I should have saved. Yeah, I can't go back. No! I should have saved when I had the chance. Oh well. So I could do the other choice, see what happens. This sad, exhausted excuse for a tiger clearly doesn't know how to take care of himself, let alone ruin an entire ryokan. I mean, look at him. Gorgeous, yes. Responsible? Questionable. He's lucky I'm here. Or maybe I'm the unlucky one. Depends on the light. Depends on the lighting. Depends on the lighting. This is my mission now. No guests, no staff. Dust thick enough to grow mushrooms in. Spirits are loitering like they pay rent. None of my thoughts of me. Alright, this place is a mess. Let's fix that. Ooh, interactive thing. My sharp dust, cobwebs, gunk, whatever doesn't belong, it's getting evicted. Check with the dirt and evil spirits using the left click until they're removed. Okay. This is still a ryokan, gosh darn it, and it'll start acting like one. Let's keep finding and clearing every nook and cranny. The more I clean, the lighter the air will feel. Let's go to the bridge first. Just no. It's just the wind, right? Right? Well. It's either caused by a swamp gas or a creature lurking underneath the water. Don't want to deal with either. A pair of glowing eyes in a dark room. Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted today. Not exactly the kind of soothing scenery I expected. Don't think about what's caused this. Scrub it clean. Trying to see if there's anything else I can click on. There's one more I'm missing. What am I missing? I'm clicking everything. I don't see anything yet. Clean dirty spots and exercise spirits. So I already exercise all the spirits, I think. But I don't necessarily see any dirty spots. Though technically these are considered dirty, the lanterns, but... If you look for this rock on the side, I didn't even see it. Also, I should probably turn my cursor back on so you can see where I'm clicking. Hold on. There we go. And I can actually see what I'm doing. I was clicking on random things. Oh. Chair, reclaim this place. I suppose I should reclaim it back. Oh, was that? Oh, I thought it was okay. Nice and clean. Woohoo. Now we go to the entrance. Let's clean this up. The poor plant is trying its best, so it's creepy crawly. It's off to go. Someone's still waiting here. But for what or for who? Get rid of that. Ah yes, a cobweb to the face. More haunted manner than real kind, really. Right above the guest book. That's just rude. No one wants to sign in under a spider ambush. A light would be nice, preferably the non-ominous kind. I think the windows are the only one dazzling in this ryokan. Makes us suspicious, yellow stains. I don't like that. Of course there will be blood, because this inn doesn't have enough horrific ambience already. You know, if you're going to lurk inside the cupboard, at least offer to help dust. A torn scroll. Either someone left in a hurry and accidentally tore it, or a fight broke out. This is the aftermath. Yee. I step back, surveying my work with no small amount of satisfaction. The dust, gone. Cobwebs, vanquished. The evil spirits are probably migrating somewhere else. Then I hear footsteps behind me. I turn just as Shimon enters. And... oh no. Why? Why is he handsome? Why is he handsome? What do you mean why? He was already handsome to begin with. But... but why? Why is he handsome? Why does he look like that after barely a nap? Imagine! After you take a nap, bam! His skin has color again. His shoulders look broader. His jawline is more defined, and I bet I could use it to slice mochi. I don't think that's what we should be doing with someone's jaw, though. But I mean, I welcome it. I mean, can sleeping for a little bit change his appearance so drastically? It's not even allowed. My gaze absolutely betrays me, and of course he notices. I clear my throat so hard I might have dislodged my spine, and immediately throw my hands toward the freshly cleaned lobby. Well, look who's up and walking. What do you think? It's acceptable. What do you mean it's acceptable? It's so much better than it was before. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mishear? Because it sounded like you just undersold my miracle work. Everything is still standing. That is an improvement. I gasped, hand to my chest, like he just struck me with a mortal wound. Everything is still standing. After all I've done, this is the level of praise I get. Would you prefer a ceremony? A festival in your honor? Yes, I would like that very much. A small compliment wouldn't hurt. I will see if the spirits can play instruments. Did he just joke back? Did my ears trick me? Admit it, you're impressed. You did well. Wait, say it again? No. Just once more, please, so I can cherish your compliment. I will say only this. It is nice to walk through a place that does not resemble an evil spirit's final resting place. Haha, victory! I fold my arms triumphantly. Well, I can't tell what his expression is under that mask, but I know that he approves. Perhaps it is time. Time? To reopen. To start gathering power again. Then let's do it! I stepped forward, tilting my head, watching him closely. I'll make this Jokan shine again, boss. Just you watch. We will see. Oh, look at Dasher Mile, because she has little fangs too. Oh, look at him. Oh, little face. Little fangs. No, we will succeed. And this time, he doesn't argue. Ryokan creaks as if exhaling for the first time in years. The dust may have settled, but the real chaos, it's only just beginning. No, Martin! No! Damn it! Though technically we already know what he looks like, that's right here. But it was so good. It's a nice, short and sweet demo we got. Aww. Let me turn my capture cursor back off, and then let's find someone to raid. Oh. See, let's see who'd be on today. Because since we like Nikke, we can raid Ayla, who's playing Nikke right now. We're gonna be playing some Nikke on Monday. Tonight I'm gonna be playing Labyrinth with the usual Stardew collab people, but I probably won't be streaming it. I haven't decided yet. Maybe we'll see. Because usually Friday nights I'm usually like super tired, so I usually don't stream them. But I will post a link so you can at least watch and hear me scream in the backgrounds too, you know, of my friends' streams. But here are socials if you want to follow any of them. Keep up with all the good stuff that do be happening, any updates, any changes. Here is the Discord. If you would like to join, I haven't made any fun stuff yet, but I'm thinking of doing like Discord streams once in a while and like hangouts and whatnot. Probably starting after my debut, I think, in December, because I have a lot to get ready for that first as well. I'm so behind on everything. Here is the raid message. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all on Monday for some Nikke. We're gonna check out the ninja event. Seriously, as soon as I saw that, all I heard was freaking Ninja Turtles. I'm like, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go. That's all I heard. That's all I heard. So I will do maybe a 10 pool for a Ninja Delta, and we'll see if we get her, because I do want to save more so for the anniversary, which is also soon. So yeah, thank you all for joining, and I'll see you Monday. Have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever time zone it is for you. And bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. Hopefully you have fun. Bye bye, bye.